everyone. Today we are going to be drawing one of my favorite things in the world, a sloth. Now we might already know some very cool sloth facts, and we might know that they are the most chill animal on the planet and they're always so relaxed and taking it easy. So we're going to draw some sloths hanging out in the treetops because they live in the rainforest in South America or Central America. So today we are going to be drawing a sloth that looks kind of like this. So sloths come in two varieties. You have the two-toed sloth and you have the three-toed sloth. We're going to be drawing the three-toed sloth. They're the ones that have that adorable kind of raccoon eye look, and they have that grayish brown body. Now if you were drawing a two-toed sloth, here's our two-toed friends. They have more of a brown body and they have kind of like a pig snout. Just as cute. But we're going to be drawing the two-toed sloth today. What inspired today's artwork is Mrs. Medachik's notebook. Because I love sloths so much that I was looking at my notebook and I said that would be an awesome art project. So we then decided to cut a stencil in that general shape. Now, it might not look like a sloth, but we're going to turn it into a sloth. And the cool thing about today's project is I can't fit my entire paper onto the camera, but we're going to do this on a large paper. So you're going to have a 12 by 18 inch paper, and we're going to try to do 3 to 4 sloths hanging out in the rainforest. So to start with, you want your paper horizontal so we can get as many sloths on your paper as possible. You're going to then draw 4 intersecting lines or vines because we want the sloths to be hanging out. So when you do this, I want you to take your lines off of the paper. And I want you to draw 2 per vine or tree. So there's 1. And they can cross when I say intersecting. 2. I want to do 2 more. I'm going to do 1 over here. They can be a little bit vertical. They can be more horizontal. And I'm going to do 1 more across the bottom here. So don't get too confused by this. If you want to overlap them, you can. I like to go behind them so it looks like there's some depth. Here we go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take our little sloth stencil friend here, and we're going to input them into our picture. So these are the back legs, and this is the head. That's the most important thing you're going to remember. You can flip it. You can do it so that they're kind of sitting up, hanging out. You can make it so that they're almost upside down, hanging out. You can see that, sorry. So you have a lot of options here. So I'm gonna do 1 up here in the corner, and I'm gonna make it look like it's almost sitting up. When I do it, I like to put the back feet closer to the vine or the branch so that it'll be easier to draw the claws hanging on. So we're gonna go around our stencil. Hold it tight so you don't get wiggle. And there is my first sloth. Now, for the second part, you're gonna have these papers. So these papers are gonna help you. So this is gonna show you how to draw the sloth's face onto your stencil and how to draw the arms. I'm gonna show you how to do it right now so you can look at that paper at the same time. So when you're doing it, we're gonna do kind of what looks like a jelly bean face, like an oval with a little dent on top. You do 2 sideways U's or rainbow lines. Make sure they don't touch. Super simple, add 2 black dots for eyes. Add an oval for a nose. And add a simple smile to show your sloth is happy hanging out in the trees. For the back feet, And if you want to erase any lines that overlap, you can of course do that. We're drawing a three-toed sloth, so I'm going to draw kind of what looks like a sharp zigzag. Like that. Like that. So it looks like he's got something hanging on the tree branch or the tree limb or the vine. For the arms, we're going to do, it's hard to describe this shape, but kind of like a long jelly bean or an elongated oval that's slightly curved. So I'm just going to go right on top of my sloth. I'm going to draw this curved shape, and I'm going to leave the space back here open. I'm going to draw 3 claws, and then I'm going to draw an arm going behind. So I'm just going to draw one line, goes behind the vine. And if you can't really see where it comes out, you can just kind of improvise. I'm just going to draw the claw like that. And there we have our first sloth hanging in a tree. So hopefully that makes sense. And what you're going to do then is you're going to keep adding different sloths all across your paper. So I'll go ahead and do one down here. I want my feet a little bit closer to the vine or the branch. You guys can't see it. There we go. I'm gonna do a jelly bean oval for a face. 2 U shapes on their side, not touching. 2 black eyes. Oval for a nose. Cute little smile. Then I'm gonna draw 3 zigzag claws. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. I'm gonna draw this elongated U shape for the arm. Draw 3 claws. I'm gonna draw a back arm. And I'm not even gonna draw the back of the claws because you can't really see them. And there is my second sloth hanging out in the tree. And I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one that's really hanging out upside down. And you might think that you have a lot of empty space on your paper, but what you're gonna do with the rest of the space is we're gonna add what would be seen in a rainforest or the jungle. And don't forget, you can also turn your paper if you have an upside down sloth. But as I was saying, think about what's in the rainforest, in the tropics. You would see a lot of green, you would see a lot of leaves, you would see a lot of flowers. Sloths are vegetarians, so they eat a lot of greens and flowers. So my back claws. And sloths, actually, I learned this recently, they have really bad eyesight. They can't really see that well. So they rely on their sense of smell to get their food mainly. So they will smell food before they see it. I'm gonna add my back arm. There we go. So there you can see my 3 sloths hanging out in the treetops. So like I said, for vegetation, you can draw giant leaves to fill that space. We can draw flowers. So you have a lot of options on what you can do to help fill up this beautiful sloth masterpiece. And if you want, you can always add more sloths. Because let's be real, there's nothing better than a sloth party. So I hope you enjoyed this today. Hopefully you'll have some time to maybe add color and add all your details. But enjoy it. And remember, take it easy and be like a sloth and slow down and enjoy life a little bit. So thanks so much. Enjoy.